Hello everyone and welcome to another FOTN review. FOTN stands for Forgery of the North. Yeah, let's go with that. And it's kind of an appropriate acronym because this one was in Canada. It took place at the Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And the fight of the night we're talking about was Ross Pearson versus John Makdessi on the Fight Pass prelims. And as always, the goal of this series is to break down why the fight of the night was justly or thusly called to be the fight of the night. So let's do that without any more rambling or talking like I'm a Viking. Not Viking a knight. Yeah. So yeah, the fight itself was between Ross Pearson, who's from England, and John Makdessi, who's from Canada, so he's a native there. I don't think he's a native of Calgary. I'm going to quickly look that up, actually. I know he's from Montreal, so not quite Calgary. But yeah, I mean, I thought this was a good fight from what I saw. Makdessi would wind up winning by unanimous decision. I do have issues with that, as I will get into. Obviously, we talk about round by round. Round one was fairly even. I definitely feel like Makdessi was landing some slightly better shots, but I don't think Ross Pearson was completely done for. I mean, he had some good shots of his own, especially his leg kicks early on. Like, his leg kicks were really, really good. But his hands were awesome. I think Pearson's got underrated hands. And Makdessi is known for being one of the most underrated punchers in the business, and his spinning back fist especially is one of his best weapons, even though he hasn't really used it in a while. I don't think he even tried to pull it out this entire fight. Speaking of the entire fight, it was pretty much all stand-up. There was like a takedown attempt in round 2, I think. There was a takedown attempt near the end of the final round, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So round 1 was a fairly even back and forth affair, not super duper exciting, but really good stand up. The crowd, because this was a prelim card, the crowd weren't really big enough to make it feel a bit bigger. It was still a serviceable fight, and the first round especially was really, really good. Didn't really pick up until round 2 though, halfway through round 2. Where, we're funnily enough at the halfway point of the fight, because it was actually 2 minutes 30, when, accidentally needed my table, when the fight started to get a bit more exciting. I'm doing that a lot, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a lot more exciting in round 2, there was a lot more back and forth, cuts started to be opened on people, there was an accidental headbutt at one point, I think. Yeah, there was a clash of heads. I don't remember when, but I just remember that there was a clash of heads at some point. And when Makdessi, who initiated the more exciting exchange, did it, Ross Pearson fired back, because he's really, really good like that. The fight up until that point in round, the round in round 2, up until when it got exciting, was pretty good, Pretty much the same as round 1, a little bit stepped up, with the fighters both more exhausted. There's really not a lot to talk about for this fight. But yeah, round 1 was okay. Round 2 was a lot better. Round 3 was definitely probably the best round. There was a lot of exciting back and forth. Cuts started to be opened a bit more. Ross Pearson was landing some really, really good right hands, especially in rounds 2 and 3. But Makdessi kept him at bay with really, really good left shots, just really good jabs and left straights, and a hook here and there as well. Those were thrown in. But Ross Pearson, he landed some good kicks. Still had a really good head kick, which Makdessi barely blocked. So, yeah, I feel like if that landed, Makdessi could have gone out. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the only super duper bad thing to have happened in round 3 was that there was an accidental groin shot. It wasn't like a full-on groin shot either. I think Makdessi was going for a body kick, but his foot was a bit too low, and he sort of clipped the tip of the cup, if you will, of Pearson, and it wasn't a super duper dangerous thing, but it's always worth noting when a groin shot does happen. So, yeah. But yeah, round 3 was really exciting, especially the last minute of it. Both fighters were extremely bloody at the end, especially Pearson, who, as much as I love him, he's lost 5 of his last 6 fights. I know he won his last fight before this, but he lost the 4 before that, and he lost this one too. And as much as I like Ross Pearson because of the national pride thing, I don't like to see him lose all the time. His record is now 22-7 16, I think? It's 22-16 or 22-15. I'm gonna look that up quite quick. It's 22-15, okay. Well, according to the thing, it says 2015, but it should be 22-15 because that's what they said in the fight itself and not on the Wikipedia page. Anyway, confusion aside, yeah, Makdessi clearly won. I feel like he won by unanimous decision. I don't think he won all 3 rounds though. One of the scores was him getting 30 and Ross Pearson getting 26. No, I feel like if it was a unanimous decision, I feel like 130-27 round at least, and then 29-28 for the last 2. No, 29-27, then 29-28 for the last 2. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like. I feel like Ross Pearson got really badly screwed over on the scorecards there. I don't think he lost as badly as the judges think he did. I don't think it's a bias, by the way, because they're in Canada. It's likely that they are Canadian judges. I don't know who the judges were, but really, Pearson lost all 3 rounds. I don't think he did. I think he did enough in rounds 1 and 2, and 3. Man, I mean, Ross Pearson lost. I obviously believe that. I just don't think he lost as badly as the judges say he did. That's an issue I have with the scoring system sometimes in MMA. Sorry, when someone loses by decision, and I'm okay with it being a unanimous decision, especially if it's like a complete washout and it deserves like the one fighter winning all 3 rounds. But when it's a fight as exciting as this one was, and Pearson worked as hard as he did, him losing all 3 rounds on one of the judges' scorecards, I did not like that. That was a really, really bad decision. So, all in all, this was a decent fight. Not super duper exciting, but well paced and really, really good towards rounds 2 and 3. Led down mostly by the judges' bad scoring and the lack of crowd reaction, really, until round 2 and the end of round 3 when there was a standing ovation because both guys were, obviously, they deserve the standing ovation. They just put on an exciting fight. And Daniel Cormier himself, who was on commentary alongside John Anik, was standing up and applauding them. I don't remember seeing him doing it, but I could probably hear it somehow through his microphone. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, he was applauding them. I assume John Anik was as well. So overall, not in my top 10 of the year. This fight, I thought it was good, but screwy scoring system sort of ruined it for me. Lack of crowd, which makes for lack of crowd reaction, sort of screwed it up a little bit. I don't hate the fight. I just don't. I feel like there was probably a fight better on this card, but because I don't want to watch all of them, and I'm only sticking to Fight of the Night, I couldn't really find that out for myself. But I enjoyed it. It's not in my top 10. I thought it was decent. And I'll see you all next week. Is there a fight next week? I think there is. Yes. Dillashaw versus Gard round 2. Okay, there's a very, very likely chance that I'm going to see for that before I see for my next other video, which I'm thinking will be the Ultimate Fighter Facts. I'm not really sure. I have the first 8 seasons on DVD. I could just easily watch them on that. But I've got Luke Cage to get through, so decisions. Anyway, I'll see you all in my next video, whatever that will be. Probably the next UFC card. Looking forward to that one. In fact, let's do, it's one thing I haven't done yet for this episode. Let's see if we can guess what will win the Fight of the Night. There are some interesting ones. Quite interesting indeed. I'm gonna go for the co-main event between Mighty Mouse and Cejudo. I just feel like it's going to be a good fight. Finally, the main event itself, which is the rematch between Dillashaw and Garbrandt. So, yeah, I'll see you all next week, probably, more than likely. Oh no! July's almost over. I've got one more album to try and find and listen to, because the whole... Okay, last rant before I stop recording and post this video on YouTube. I don't know why I'm saying that, because you're going to see it when it's on YouTube anyway, but Hopeless Records has been kind of screwed lately. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but for this past month, like any Hopeless Records albums have been very difficult to find. So there's only one album I've got to find, and it's Lips Like Oxygen by O Weatherly, their debut album. So I'm going to try and find that and listen to it before I put next Music of the Month episode out for July. But yeah, like, I don't know, there's something weird happening at Hopeless. I just hope whatever it is gets fixed soon. And now I'll end the video. Rant over, I'll see you all soon for the next Music of the Month, then next UFC review after that, for Fight of the Night. Thank you for listening, you're awesome. Bye bye.